Hello everybody, welcome to this Move Monday. We are halfway through the month of January already, which means that the Maintain Don't Gain Challenge is completed. So for everybody that participated in that, you should be extremely proud of yourselves. I know a lot of you stuck to it all the way through, even if you struggled a little bit, especially during the holiday season. As long as you tried, that is what you should be most proud of. Now, I felt like it would be very fitting, and again, we're right in January, a lot of times we have those New Year's resolutions. And it can be kind of tough to know where to begin as far as how many calories should we be eating, or what type of foods should we be eating. I'm just gonna briefly kind of break down some of the most important points on if you are tracking calories, what you should be doing, what calories are, and the best way to do that. So that's what we're gonna be talking about briefly today. So thank you so much for joining. And again, I am Coach Brandon here with this Move Monday on talking about calorie counting. Now, I know there are really precise and tedious ways of tracking calories. I'm not gonna be really talking about that today. Today's gonna be more of kind of a basic way of doing it, but still very effective. Those really tedious, precise ways, nothing wrong with that, just can be very time consuming and makes it a little bit harder to adhere to. You get burnt out, can be kind of taxing. So today, more so a basic way of tracking your calories. And again, there are a lot of great apps. That's the first thing. A lot of great apps for this. If you do want to track your calories in an app, it makes it super easy. You can type in the exact food you had. It'll tell you exactly how many calories are in it. That's one of the easiest ways to do it because again, it does a lot of the math for you. That's one of my first recommendations. Or you can track it in a literal journal. I know I pass out some of those journals when I'm on site. Using those journals can be really effective too. You just have to do a little bit more work yourself and making sure you're really looking at the nutrition label. Now I know sometimes the nutrition label will be like, there's 150 calories per serving, but there might be 3 to 10 plus servings in whatever you're eating. So just be careful with that you're really studying the serving amount, but looking at those calories especially. So that's gonna be the best thing you can do. First thing, getting either an app on your phone or an actual journal to start tracking. Now the next thing we're gonna wanna figure out are approximately how many calories you're burning throughout the day. Now everybody has what's called a basal metabolic rate. Now what that is approximately how many calories our bodies burn at rest. So if you laid in bed all day and did absolutely nothing, your body's still gonna burn a lot of calories. Our organs are functioning, our lungs, our heart beating, our brain, everything in our body is requiring energy to function, our muscles. So we're burning calories even when we're not moving. A lot of us burn anywhere from 12 to 1500 calories at rest. So if you sat in a chair all day, you're still gonna burn about 12 to 1500 calories approximately. Everyone's a little bit different. So this is where I recommend getting online. There's a lot of easy ways. You can Google this, super easy. Just Google calorie, or I should say Google your basal metabolic rate. You'll have you type in probably your age, weight, gender, all of that, just to give you a more precise idea of what your basal metabolic rate is. Then you can kind of have a pretty good idea of how many calories you should be taking in if you do nothing all day. Now, a lot of us are doing other things throughout the day. We're working, we're walking, maybe you're working out, you're burning additional calories throughout the day. So give yourself, an additional 200 to 500 calories or so of calories that you're burning. That'll give you a more precise idea of how many calories you are burning throughout the day to make it a little bit easier to know how many calories you should be eating throughout the day. Now, our next thing I'll be talking about is how, the whole calorie in, calorie out aspect of this works. So the last little bit of information here really is what I was just talking about, calories in, calories out. Let's say my basal metabolic rate is 1500 calories. So my body's burning 1500 calories. And let's say I do an additional 500 calories of energy expenditure throughout the day in walking and exercise. That means I've burned 2000 calories in one day. That means if I eat 2000 or more calories, I'm not gonna lose weight. I may even gain weight. Now, if I eat less than 2000 calories, my body will be in a caloric deficit, which will help to slowly lose weight, a little bit of fat mass. So best thing you can do is decrease your caloric intake relative to your caloric output. So burning more calories than you're eating in is gonna be the best way to do this as far as if you are trying to lose weight or at least maintain weight. Now, I'm not saying to starve yourself. I'm just saying any sort of, even a slight caloric deficit, you will start to see changes as far as weight loss. Or on the other side, if you are eating more calories than you're burning throughout the day, you're gonna gain a little bit of weight, or at least maintain weight. So that's gonna be your tips for today. Again, get an app, track the calories, make sure that you look at what your basal metabolic rate is. It's gonna make it super easy, or I should say a lot easier, to track your calories and know, have a much better idea if you're gonna be in an area where you're gaining weight, maintaining, or even losing weight. So it's gonna be my top tips for calorie tracking. It's a lot easier than it seems. Sometimes it can be tough just from the stance of picking healthy foods, but again, that's gonna be the best thing you can do. Thank you so much for joining this Move Monday. We'll see you again next week for another live boot camp. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.